Alviro Petersen and Ashwell Prince broke records on the first very one-sided day of the LV County Championship match between Glamorgan and Lancashire at Colwyn Bay, in which the two South Africans put on an unbroken third wicket stand of 321 runs. Batting first after winning the toss must have been one of the easiest decisions of Stephen Croft's career, although Paul Horton missed out when he was legged before to Michael Hogan in the morning 7th over. Although this was an away fixture for the second division leaders, who kicked off this contest 47 points clear of Glamorgan, who do have a game in hand, so close is the Lancashire border that there were as many away supporters than home ones amongst a very good crowd, many of whom would have been enjoying Carl Brown's latest fine knock. He came into this innings on the back of 5 50s from his last 6, and he was soon on his way to yet another half-century in the morning session. Petersen set off like this was just a normal day for him. It wasn't to turn out that way, as he registered his second best ever score in the county championship. He would have soon realised that this was a good pitch to bat on, and the short boundaries and quick outfield also helped the batsman. Petersen didn't use the outfield as he went huge off Dean Koska, the ball flying right out of the ground. By the time the lunch break arrived, the visitors had got to a score of 97 for 1, and Brown had indeed completed his latest half-century of 81 balls, from which he'd found the boundary 8 times. His problem has been converting any of his 50s into tons. And that was the case again here, as in the 4th over of the afternoon session, he was bowled by David Lloyd and had to head off with 54 runs to his name. His partnership with Petersen had realised 98 runs, but that was nothing in comparison with what was to come next. Petersen completed his first 50 off 89 balls, this one of his 4 fours. And he then had the best seat in the house as his old mate Prince started to do what he's been doing pretty much all season long, scoring runs for fun. He is already the leading run scorer in Championship cricket this year, the only man past 1,000 runs, but he has by no means finished yet. This was just the start of yet another exceptional innings from the 38-year-old, who here cleared the rope with ease off Craig Mishada. He went big again off Andrew Salter as the Glamorgan attack just started to get a taste of what was to come for the rest of what was an exhausting day for them. The runs started to come at a very good lick. Petersen struck 3 fours off the next over, and then Prince went to his 9th 50 of the summer from 71 balls. He'd hit 2 sixes and 7 fours. 4 times previously, he'd turned a half-century into a full one, and he was, of course, to do the same again on this occasion. The 200 for Lancashire was reached with ease, and the home attack must have been fearing the worst, as both batsmen eased their shots to all parts of this outground. Petersen was at his 3rd 100 of this championship campaign before the tea break. It had been an almost effortless one, using up 163 deliveries and being reached with his 10th 4 to go with his one massive maximum. At the interval, he got to 105 out of a total of 233 for 2. If things weren't bad enough at this stage for Glamorgan, they were to get a whole lot worse in the final session, in which these two plundered 192 runs in 32 overs. Petersen and Prince had already put together a partnership of 258 against Derbyshire in Southport in May, but they were to better that, with this one becoming the second highest third wicket stand in Lancashire's history, and by the end of the day they were within 43 runs of matching the best ever, which was compiled by Neil Fairbrother and Michael Atherton in the hot and dry summer of 1990, when a pitch at the Oval was even flatter than this one and the seam on the cricket ball not as pronounced. The next landmark to be reached was Petersen's 150, which came off his 222nd delivery, that shot bringing him his 18th 4. Then Prince was at his 5th Championship 100 of a very profitable summer. He needed 132 balls for his latest one. And on and on and on he went in partnership with Petersen. By the end of this day, these two had probably already batted Glamorgan out of this match, the home team hardly producing the kind of pitch to bring their attack too much success. One wonders how long these two and the rest of their team will bat on for on the second day, but if they wanted to, they could probably match that game at the Oval in 1990 where 863 played 707 for 9 declared, records both for and against Lancashire. Shortly before the close, Petersen was at his double 100. It came courtesy of his 27th four of his 264th delivery. The surface might have been a good one, but the run still needed to be made, and Petersen had certainly done that, Prince reaching his 150 in the very same over. By the end of the day, Lancashire had made 425 for 2, the partnership at 321. Petersen will resume on the second morning on 205 and needing only 6 more to beat the career best he made as a Glamorgan player against Surrey in 2011. Prince will go again on 154.